Well, good morning, Business 10 students. This is Mr. Doucette, and this is week number 3 in our 8-week course in business, Introduction to Business. And we're going to be looking at 2 chapters this week, chapters 4 and chapter 5 from our OpenStax Introduction to Business book. Chapter 4 deals with forms of business, which is really a very interesting concept. It's basically how you file your business with the government. So whether you're a corporation, whether you're an LLC, whether you're a sole proprietor, things like that. So we'll learn all about those different forms of business. And then in chapter 5, we're going to look at entrepreneurship, so how to start and manage your own business. These are 2 very exciting chapters for most students. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And so here we are on the home page in Canvas. And I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. This week we start week number 3, which is the beginning of module number 2. So I'm going to select that. And I'm going to scroll down here. So of course, you have the textbook right here in Canvas. You can read it right here, but there's chapter 4 with an introduction. So there's a read me first section. And then if we scroll all the way down, there's a coursework section. So read the chapters and then do the coursework. That's kind of the way that everything goes. But just far as a real quick recap, the last couple of weeks, you've been looking more at, the business environment, economics, global business. Last week, we did a lot of emphasis on global business and how to break into global markets, things like that. So this week, we begin kind of looking more internal into the inner workings of a business. So how you file your business with a government, how you start your business, how you manage your business, and we'll be expanding on that over the next few weeks, looking at management, leadership, and things like that. So as we move then into this week, week number 3 of module number 2, again, looking at chapter 4 and 5, the first thing you're going to want to do is your check-in assignment. So this is questions from chapter 4 and 5. I believe there's 2 questions from each chapter. And the goal of this assignment is really just to get you into the textbook, to kind of highlight some key items that I think are very important for you to know and not miss. So don't shortchange yourself. Make sure you read the book. Make sure you read especially these sections and answer these questions thoroughly. If you just give me a sentence answer, it's really not demonstrating that you understand the concept. So give me a substantive answer to these 2 questions or 4 questions, 2 for each chapter, and that is the check-in assignment. You either get the credit or you don't. There's no in-between, so please, you're really only cheating yourself to not give a thorough answer. Secondly, you have the homework assignment for this week, which is a business formation, so it's going to be basically looking at and comparing kind of the strengths and weaknesses of a specific business formation. So you're going to pick one of the 4 or 5 ways in which you can form your business, and then you're going to give me kind of the strengths and weaknesses of both, kind of the, what are the positives or pros, what are the negatives or cons, and then which one do you think is the best. So anyway, it's a very interactive homework assignment. These are all new assignments, at least at this point, and so give me your feedback. If something doesn't work right or you don't understand something, please make sure you communicate with me. Then, of course, you have a quiz on chapter 4 and 5. So it's 10 questions, 5 questions from each chapter. And then you have your discussion post number 2 that you start today. Now, you have 2 weeks to do this assignment. So you have, this week would be the week to do your initial post. You're going to be watching a TED Talk by Dan Pink, an outstanding TED Talk, something that you'll be looking back on in years to come. And watch the video, watch the TED Talk, answer the questions, make your initial post. Needs to be at least 250 words. And then over next week, you have 2 weeks to do this assignment. So next week, you will then view other students' posts and make comments on their posts. And you need to at least comment on 2 other students' posts. And the idea, of course, is interaction and group activity. So let me know if you have any questions or concerns with that. But that's pretty much it for week number 3. And again, this is an 8-week class, so we're moving kind of quick. But this is really some interesting content, and I think you'll really enjoy this week. So have a great